Oh my goodness. Hello, everybody. Welcome to another episode of the Alter Ego Podcast. I'm your host, Jack Austin. With me, as always, Mr. Ryan.
How's it going? How you doing?
I'm good, buddy. How are you?
A little sleepy, you know?
A little sleepy. Super Bowl was yesterday. Mr. Ryan, how are you? Ryano.
Ryano. White Rhino?
White Ryano.
It's Monday, so nah.
It's Monday, baby.
Yeah.
Here we are. Hope everybody had a good one. Oh, welcome to episode 136 of the Alter Ego Podcast. We're here. We're happy. We're ready to talk about it. Not a lot of stuff going on. Haven't seen Ant-Man yet. Really want to see Ant-Man.
I got my ticket for Thursday.
Yeah, it's out this week.
Yep.
I have a feeling I'll be seeing it Wednesday evening, probably.
I am seeing it solo.
Yeah.
Solo mio.
Yeah, same here. I'm seeing it solo, and then I'm going to be watching La Nina so she can go see it herself.
Isn't it crazy how, like, you know, when you're 15, 16, going to the movies by yourself, you're kind of looked at like a loser, but now as an adult, you look forward to nothing more than going to a movie by yourself.
Yeah. What if I told you go see this movie and nobody else would be there? I'd be like, oh, well, I'll tell you I'm in. That's what I'll tell you.
You don't have to spend $1,000 on concessions for the family.
Exactly.
Oh.
Exactly. Yeah, no, I'm super into that. I'm totally down. Nobody in there, and I still get my Coke and my popcorn. I'm gonna go grab my peanut M&Ms. I'm gonna get crazy. We're gonna watch this thing, and I'm even gonna like be that obnoxious fan in the empty theater. Y'all see that? Nope, nobody's in here, baby.
Oh shit, motherfucker!
Shit! Oh shit!
Yeah, see, I can't.
Don't open that door! Don't open that door!
Oh goodness!
Going to movie theaters by myself is just an expensive nap for me.
That's we know. We know.
Yes, that's why we didn't include you in that.
Especially now that the seats recline. My man is he doesn't even kick the feet up anymore. He just knows.
Oh,
why aren't you reclining? I want to watch this.
honestly, that's a sad thing, but it is true.
It's 100%.
Once the feet go up, it's night time.
Exactly.
Yep.
I'll have to ask his wife every time. Did he watch it? No, he didn't. He fell asleep.
or having her, she's the one who asks me, hey.
Yeah. She's the one trying to keep you on point.
But if a movie's good, then I'll stay up and watch it. But if I fall asleep,
well, that's not a good metric, honestly.
Yeah.
For you.
There's been several good movies that you've fallen asleep to.
Name them. Batman, fall asleep.
That was a good movie.
In your eyes. Let's see. We had Endgame. We all know how I feel about that.
Yeah, another great movie.
One of the best MCU movies ever made.
Ever.
Nope. Then
you give us a good movie.
Actually, here, what's the last movie you saw in theaters that you didn't fall asleep to? That you were up the whole time and into it?
I think I was there.
Technically, the last one that I saw was not really a good one. I just happened to watch the whole thing was Black Adam.
Black Adam. Yeah.
Yeah,
I was about to say we watched the last movie you saw together, I think.
Black Panther.
Did you fall asleep during Thor?
That was the good one that you saw?
Thor, I was fighting it. I ain't gonna lie to you. I was fighting it. I was fighting it hard in Thor.
Black Panther 2 was not good, in my opinion.
Neither was Thor.
But weirdly enough, that one kept me watching.
Yeah.
And I don't know why. Like, I'm surprised. But, hey, good for them.
Yeah, no, I mean, still, it just wasn't a big one for me. None of this cast or crew or anybody really involved with Black Panther Wakanda Forever was wearing geared hardware. These rugged yet stylish watches are the perfect accessory for any man or woman or superhero that's always on the go. Whether it's a board meeting or a bar fight or a battle for the soul of your country. They're made with high quality materials. Not vibranium, but they're backed up by a lifetime warranty. I mean, I'd like to see vibranium do that. You can rest assured that your geared watch will be there for you when you need it most. Go to www.gearedhardware.com and use promo code ALTEREGO20 to get 20% off your order.
Out of the entire Black Panther 2 cast, I'd have to pick M'Baku as a geared hardware guy.
100%.
Oh, yeah.
100%.
Yeah, he looks like he'd be a geared hardware kind of guy.
He does. He does look like a geared hardware kind of guy. I got to be honest with you. But okay, so Super Bowl was yesterday, Sunday. Typically, people watch that anyway, just because of the halftime show or the commercials. And there was one commercial in particular that stood out to me, stood out above all the rest. I didn't get a really, really funny commercial, but then again, this Super Bowl didn't really grab me that much.
The Ben Affleck at Duncan was pretty good.
That was good. That was good, especially when J-Lo pulls up and goes, "Is this what you've been doing all day?"
I like the E-Trade baby. They finally brought him back.
Oh Jesus! Spare me the E-Trade baby. This is why we can't trust you when you talk about stuff not being good.
Oh, the old E-Trade baby videos were funny. The commercials were funny.
Sure,
not that.
It's denied.
Denied. They were funny. Jeez.
Flashpoint, baby. Flashpoint. I have had zero expectations about this movie. Didn't really care. It looked like it was going to be absolute trash. And the other trailer that we got was okay. I felt like they were just kind of dragging along the fact that they had Michael Keaton. And then we saw this trailer. This one was very intriguing. It looked to have a lot of traces of the Flashpoint story in it from the actual comics. A couple of really iconic images that I saw that I was like, oh my God, they're really doing Flashpoint like this. Ezra Miller looked like he was going to be good. He looked funny. I don't know, man. I have a love-hate relationship with this movie.
Right, the boy can act. I'm not going to lie. The boy can act.
He can. He absolutely can. He may be a little cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs sometimes, but he can
act. Is he a massive question mark outside of the movie? Yeah, but the boy can act.
Yeah, he definitely was very charismatic. He had me enjoying the idea of a Barry Allen, and I'm still ready to see it maybe change. I don't know. But we got Batfleck, we got Michael Keaton, and according to you and some other people on the internet, there's a third Batman being teased.
This was a TikTok that I saw. They got a screenshot. It's a scene where it's not, I don't believe it's the motorcycle. I can't remember where it is, but he's on a highway, and it appears to be a third bat suit that looks different from Batfleck's and Keaton Batman.
So why would we have both Batmen in the movie at the same time?
They're putting every Batman in the movie.
Yeah, but why?
The reason I don't think they're in the same. I don't think it's at the same time. I think it's in different timelines. He doesn't just go to one timeline. He goes to multiple timelines.
I'm aware, but in Flashpoint, he goes to one specifically, and that's the one where his mother is still alive.
Yeah, and that's Thomas Wayne,
right? Which is what I thought Michael Keaton's Batman was going to be. Was Thomas Wayne, not Bruce.
I don't think we see a Thomas Wayne in this movie. I don't think they go with that particular storyline.
So for those who aren't familiar, obviously Thomas and Martha Wayne from the Batman series are Bruce's parents. And in the timeline that Barry goes to, they have a Batman, but it is not Bruce. It is Thomas, because in the whole altercation, Bruce is killed. And so Thomas takes up the mantle of Batman, and this Batman does not have the one rule that Bruce does. Thomas is, oh man, I almost killed this thing flying around the recording room. Thomas is definitely down with the sickness. He's ready to kill somebody.
He's popping caps at people.
Yeah, for sure. He has figured out the way to stop crime in Gotham. So that's why I think it would be a good person to play a Thomas Wayne would be a Michael Keaton. I think he could do a really good job with it.
Yeah, it's going to depend. I mean, they could go that direction, but it doesn't look like they did. I mean, he came out with the charismatic "I'm Batman."
Yeah. The
Thomas
iconic
Wayne
"I'm Batman" line.
Yeah, it's got more of that Spider-Verse feel to me, like with the Andrew Garfield and Tobey Maguire. That's what I'm thinking you're kind of going to see.
Interesting.
It's weird that you bring that up. I almost wonder if that's one of the reasons why this movie was delayed.
Why?
So they didn't look like they were ripping off Spider-Man.
Oh, 100%.
Almost scene for scene, yeah.
This is dealing with time more so, right? I mean, I guess it is timelines. I get what you're saying though.
But if they bring in 2 or 3 different Batmen, the same way that Spider-Man had 2 or 3 different Spider-Men. I mean, that's obviously that's a stab in the dark, but still, I almost wonder if that's maybe because he makes a good point. Maybe that's why they delayed it one of the times.
Huh? Yeah, maybe you're right.
Maybe Ezra was just choking a bitch and didn't have time. You know?
God,
why is Ezra late to set?
He's Homer Simpsoning some 14-year-old.
Oh boy, that's not okay, Ezra. Not okay. So speaking of DC, let's stay on it. Constantine 2, we speculated last week that Keanu's probably out of there with the new DCU being what it is. And then we heard from the man himself that that's not the case. A Constantine 2 with I almost said Tom Cruise.
Wow.
Oh my God.
Wow.
Why is his name? I'm looking right at him. Keanu Reeves. Why is Keanu Reeves not able to come to my brain right now? That is going to go forward with him, and that it will be outside of the DCU in what is called their Elseworlds properties, or category rather. So that is like what's not DCU. It's just other stories that take place in different worlds, different timelines, different universes. But it's
so
still
like the Matt Reeves Batman.
Exactly.
Is Elseworld, yeah.
Right. Oh, is that your third Batman?
No, I don't think we see him.
I don't think so either. I think that does no justice to the actual The Batman movie that just came out.
Third one's gonna probably be Clooney.
Oh my God! If it's Clooney, shut up.
Bat nipples.
Bat nipples.
Oh my God! So, what do we think of this Elseworlds property? Do we think that's something that maybe the DCU or the MCU rather could pick up and use?
I'm going to answer it 2 ways. One, personally, like my biased opinion, I don't want to see that. I would rather see them continue with the continuity, continue with the storyline. If there's going to be a major franchise that's in an Elseworld, I want that actually to be tied into the MCU. But if there was a company that could do it successfully, it would be the MCU.
Yeah.
And, I originally thought that Deadpool 3 was going to be a franchise like that, or at least a title like that. It's only got one left in the trilogy, I guess. I thought Deadpool 3 was going to have nothing to do with the MCU. And that they would find a way to incorporate him elsewhere because it's a rated R movie. It's going to be graphic. It's going to be violent, the whole nine. But
now it's looking like it's going to take a major part in the continuity and the whole entire MCU now.
I mean, it's going to be a massive part of the story. I mean, you got the TVA involved. He's messing with timelines. He's potentially going to be involved in Loki somehow, whether it be by name or mention or a cameo. But yeah, I mean, I think they could do it. I personally don't want to see it. I think DCU could pull it off. I think they could do a great job with it, but that's the DCU. I don't have any high hopes for them.
They're at the unique advantage of nobody cares.
Yeah.
Other than DC fanboys.
I have no faith yet. I mean, obviously we have nothing to go off of other than James Gunn's 5-minute video that he did. But DC has given me no reason to have faith in any part of their franchise, so it's a wait until.
We had some people talking in the Alter Ego Discord today saying they're going back to see what's up, Darren? What's up, Kyla? Going back to see Man of Steel because they heard it was good, and I'm like, yeah, go see that. I mean, don't expect.
I just watched that the other day.
Any continuity with the new DCU, but I mean, they just heard it's good watching, and it is. But that's kind of like, where do you go from there?
Yeah.
Like it's a good flick. Obviously, everybody loves Henry Cavill, but at this point, not much you can do, right? I mean, DCU is definitely, this Flash is what's going to jump that off and get that going in the right direction, hopefully. And they better never Flashpoint again. But that's being said, okay, let's get off of DC. Let's talk about a little Marvel.
They're probably going to.
You think so? Yeah. They're probably going to Flashpoint more than once?
More than likely.
I mean, it sets up for such great moments that they ruin with Flashpoints. That's my only problem with the Flashpoint.
The level of anger I just had from you even saying that.
Yeah. Because you know it's going to happen.
It probably may happen.
You're going to get the most badass thing that comics has done ever, and then DC's going to go, we're actually going to undo it all. Ew.
Another Flashpoint.
Yeah. So let's move on to Marvel, shall we? the Ant-Man is not even out yet. It's out this week, and there's already a story coming out from IGN and all these other news sources that say they're already thinking about Ant-Man 4. What does that mean? You're basically telling us that, okay, Ant-Man lives, right?
But I've been saying for the entire time now, I've been saying it's a foregone conclusion that Scott Lang doesn't die.
Sure. I
don't think that's huge news. I mean, it's telling for what is going to happen at the end of Ant-Man. Obviously, he doesn't die, but I think I think Paul Rudd is one of those guys that's like, sign me up for any of these movies. I don't care.
Yeah. People love Paul Rudd. Yeah. You know what? I, to this day, have never met somebody who's like, I hate Paul Rudd.
I hate Paul Rudd.
You're just saying that because we brought it up. Why do you hate Paul Rudd? It's because he's black?
Yes. No, I'm not gonna lie. I'm a little at Paul Rudd. Remember, it was a couple of years ago where his daughter dressed up as the Wasp, and this douche just went as like himself instead of going and getting the actual outfit and running around with his daughter. Could have been the Ant-Man.
You're attacking him for his parents.
He dressed up as Scott Lang.
Yeah,
so messed up, bro. It's Halloween.
Did you see his son yesterday during the post game of the Super Bowl?
No.
His son is
fans.
Dude, his son is a carbon copy of him.
Oh, boy.
It's almost like a clone. Like, his speech mannerisms, the way he just, like, goes about himself. I mean, it's like you're looking at Paul Rudd.
Wow. So, there you go. Maybe they're going to be doing Ant-Man 4 with his son as another version of him. Speaking of people who have other versions, John Leguizamo. Is everybody familiar with John Leguizamo?
Yeah.
You know the Pest, right? He says he was originally supposed to play the Vulture and that they wanted to give it to Michael Keaton, and then Michael Keaton was not going to do it, and they were signing and moving on with John Leguizamo, and then Michael Keaton said he wanted it back. This is where I don't get this. Michael Keaton said he wanted it back, and they went and asked John Leguizamo if he would give the role back to Michael Keaton, and he said, okay, I guess. What?
Dude,
yeah,
what?
That's a massive slap in the face, man. A massive slap in the face. Now, I'll say this. I think they got that casting right. I like John Leguizamo. I don't think he would have pulled it off the way Keaton did.
I don't think so either. If I'm John Leguizamo, hey, we know we're signed on to do this with you. We like you. We would like to give somebody else the role that we're giving to you.
Oh, there's a cancellation fee.
No.
Yeah. $5 million buyout on the spot.
Yep. Yeah, pay me that amount of money and I will walk from this role. Yeah. They're like, we're going to give you something else. And he said they tried to give him some throwaway role in another movie. And he said, no. John, what are you doing that's making you so wildly successful right now that I'm not aware of? That you can throw away MCU roles or any roles for that matter.
I don't know.
I'm trying to think of the last movie that I watched.
John Wick.
Encanto. He's in Encanto.
He's in Encanto with 10 lines.
That's because nobody talks about Bruno.
That's right. That's right. Fair. But I don't. Okay. All right. You gave it up. Whatever. But I mean, there had to be some sort of planning that went into that to have him not go and take that role eventually. And
I almost wonder if I apologize. I almost wonder if that was like a ploy to try and get Keaton into it. It's like, all right, well, we're just gonna give it to John Leguizamo then. and Keaton's probably like, hold on a second.
Let's set Keaton up. John Leguizamo, who?
You're gonna what? He's in Violent Night. That's what he's been doing.
In Violent Night.
That's right. He is in Violent Night, and it's like that's the role. That's the role for John Leguizamo, is something stupid like that.
I mean, he's so crazy funny, and people don't know that. But like, I don't know. He just hasn't been given the right role, in my opinion. Kevin Feige comes out and says he plans each saga 3 phases at a time. So that doesn't make sense to me, right? Was Phase 3 Endgame?
Phase 3 was a part of the Thanos saga. So 1, 2, and 1, 2, and 3 is Thanos.
The entirety of the Thanos saga?
Yep.
Okay. Now I get
and then
it.
4, 5, and 6 are the Kang saga.
Oh God, guys!
Which means,
I honestly, if that means if we're halfway through, or we're starting the second leg of it, 5 and 6 better be absolute fuego.
well, I think they're going to be, yeah.
Because 4 has just been.
I wonder if the next phase though is going to be Galactus. That's the next big bag. Bree. Sometimes I drop that R in there and I'm not even trying to do it.
I would like it to be Galactus, and then I would like 2 I'm going to say this right now, I would like 2 sagas dedicated to Doctor Doom.
You're not going to get 2.
There I said it. Give one back to Red Skull too.
I would like to see Red Skull.
I would like to see the old man Logan actually in an Elseworlds style, I guess. I'd like to see that, man, where the bad guys win. I want to see it. Anyway, sorry. Fantastic Four director walked away from Star Trek 4. Yeah, I would too.
Yeah, that's an easy decision.
I love Star Trek. Directing a Star Trek movie would be incredible. I would be
What did you just say?
Freaking happy.
So Star Treks have been doing pretty well lately.
They have.
Yeah, but we're also talking about the MCU.
Oh wait.
What?
Just the Fantastic Four in general.
They're the Marvel's first family, baby. I was gonna say that's one of the only things I would drop Star Trek for.
But I mean, it doesn't have a great track record.
Well, yeah, but look who's been doing it, right? This is the MCU-led Fantastic Four.
And there's still been turds there, so
you're not wrong. You know I have
mean?
not seen a Fantastic Four movie yet that I was like, damn, that was really good.
Even some people can mess up a blueprint like a Taika Waititi.
You're not wrong. My man makes a valid point there.
So,
but I would love that shot.
Yeah,
I would. The reaction that people gave John Krasinski for a few minutes in Multiverse of Madness shows you there is a rabid fandom for the Fantastic Four.
But that's also too just that, oh, that's cool type of thing. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, you're right. You're absolutely right.
Of course. I mean, we all kind of got a little hyped when you saw Professor X's old ass roll, and you're like, yo, Patrick Stewart's still alive. Like, oh shit. But
old telepathic ass rolling your ass on up there to the Illuminati.
He might not be done in the MCU too.
That's the rumor. They've told him to hold on. He says, I'm in wait and see mode right now.
Yep.
Another rumor right now that makes me upset is that we have a potential movie with Amazing Spider-Man 4 starring Andrew Garfield, which Andrew Garfield, my favorite Spider-Man, and Tom Hardy's Venom being the main villain. Boo.
I said this in the chat when we were talking about it. Sony just needs to fucking give up.
Give it up.
Just let the MCU produce your product and collect the check, because everything you touch is instant dog shit.
Here's what I want to say, right? It's like, okay, guys, you get Venom with Tom Hardy, and all these people flock to the movies because they're not familiar with what they could have. But it's like, I wish I could stop them before they buy a ticket and go, okay, listen, I'm going to give you a Twinkie right now. Or you don't eat this Twinkie, and somebody makes you a 7-layer cake, whatever flavor you want. You want to wait for that one, or do you want the Twinkie right now?
I love freaking Twinkies.
God damn it, Ryan.
Oh, God. Jeez, I knew it. I knew you were going to do that.
I would have been right along Woody Harrelson in the zombie apocalypse. Let's go get a fucking Twinkie, bro.
Listen, I would be too, but in this scenario, if there's a 7-layer cake around the corner starring Venom, I'm in, man. I'm in. I want that. That's the better product. It's just driving me insane.
Yeah, Sony just needs to throw in the towel. We're done.
So here's another. Apparently, there's a Spider-Man Noir live action series coming to Amazon. Why?
I saw that.
Nobody's asking for this. Who's clamoring for this series?
Me.
And this is another thing I said in the chat too. I wish all of you could be in our chat, because then we wouldn't have a show to have. But I said this in the chat too.
I wouldn't have to record this for you.
The conversation that we've had a couple times about, people getting sick of comic book movies or comic book content or it being saturated. This is the shit that's going to do that. This is the shit that's going to make people not want to see comic book content. It's all of the B-list studios that feel the need to drown us with other content that's not good.
Right.
Just stop doing it and come up with your own shit, dude.
It's just, it's wild to me, and that seems to be a lost art. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
For them to be not wanting to have new and exciting ideas. It's all, well, no, we'd rather have, the spin-off about Aunt May and her job working in the hospital and moonlighting as a crime fighter that you didn't know about, but it's actually canon the whole time.
I mean, if it's the most recent Aunt May, I might watch that.
Guys, you're losing me. You're losing me.
Tell me about that life.
She is very good at what she does.
She's healthy. She's healthy.
Lord.
I mean, I don't know.
I'm sick of it.
I would honestly do the Spider-Man Noir if it was done animated. I'd be more so for that.
If it was Nicolas Cage reprising his role and having that character, sure, maybe.
But
we're on the verge of having 4 different current Spider-Men.
Yeah. Miles.
That's too much.
3 Spider-Men.
Too much.
Now we're going to have... No, yeah. The 4th would be...
Noir, whoever Noir is.
5th would be Noir. Because you still have Toby. You have Thomas... oh my God.
Tom Holland.
Tom Holland. You have Andrew Garfield. And now you have Miles Morales in the Multiverse of Madness. Across the Spider-Verse. And then you've got now Spider-Man Noir. Why?
Yeah, it's dumb.
Here's another thing that I think is kind of dumb, although I get it. Jonathan Majors wants Robert Downey Jr. to return as Iron Man to come fight Kang. Guys, that's not a fight. The brain, maybe. The brain would help more than the iron suit would.
Oh, no,
I'm really starting to think we get...
Didn't you watch Endgame?
I did.
Downey can take him.
I don't disagree.
He is Iron Man.
Well, it's not Downey that took him.
It's a good thing that Megan made this well built, because I'd flip it and walk out like, yeah.
I just think that it's one of those things. I mean, Robert Downey Jr.'s made enough money. He doesn't have to do that unless he just feels like it.
Yeah.
But I mean, he's not getting any roles really either. So who knows? He could. It's not like he stole the world after he quit playing Iron Man. It's not what he wants.
Dude,
just chill.
Somebody needs to get that guy a T-bone.
Yeah.
He
does not look good. No, he's not on that shit. He switched up his diet, so now he looks very malnourished.
Yeah, he's a vegan.
Take a look.
Not to be disrespectful to vegans out there, but
well, there are healthy
he is
vegans
not getting his source of protein, that's for sure.
Yeah, he does not look healthy. Anyway, let's get off of that. We're going to take our first break of the day, and then we're going to get into some movies and TV and a little bit of gaming, shall we?
Sure.
So, we'll see you guys on the other side of this commercial break. And we're back. Here we are in the wonderful world of movies and TV. Disney. A lot of things to talk about with Disney.
Oh,
they're about to lay off 7,000 employees. Holy smokes! I wonder why that is.
Big tech is hurting, dude. We talked about it a couple weeks ago with the Google and the other shit that laid off 7,000 and 10,000 people. This is what happens when you find automation to do certain jobs.
I mean, that's what I was wondering when it comes to that. Like, is it just a lot of people are just forwarding emails to customers, or what are they doing? They're cutting back on their $5.5 billion in costs. I mean, that'll do it.
I don't think this is the end of it either. I think you're going to start seeing this from a lot of big companies where everyone's just getting laid off.
Yeah. And 5.5 billion, they make that in a day.
Everyone except for
oh, it's on me. No, it's not. It was. I just felt it.
There's a big mosquito flying around the studio today, and we're about to kill it. I just know we are. So if you're watching us in YouTube land and we're looking off camera, we're ready to kill it. It's over there.
Well, I'm in a different time zone, so I'm not worried about mosquitoes where I'm at right now.
Different time zone.
No, he was trying to take me away, but he was like,
he was trying to pick me up and fly away with me.
And then he just
whispered, boy, you better tell the mosquito what month it is. Not today, son.
Yeah, the mosquito was like, you're healthy.
Oh, look at you. Oh man, could be worse. You could work for Disney. Yeah. They also just lost 2.4 million subscribers to Disney Plus. It is the first time ever they've reported a loss on that platform. Why do we think that is?
Because I think
new content.
A lot of people are just canceling. I do that sometimes, or a buddy of mine does it as well. Like if there's nothing to watch, he just stops paying for it.
I mean, market trends are a thing for sure, 100%. But 2.4 million, that's a lot, right?
Yeah.
I mean,
I guess I would like to see what the number is for how many subscribers there are. Like, what percentage of that was there?
Yeah.
And
is that like a 2% drop?
And is that just technically Disney itself, or is it including the Hulu and the ESPN Plus?
I think it's Disney Plus specifically. I mean, that's a lot, but you're right. There's not a lot of brand new content that they're releasing. They release quality content, but not a lot. I mean, it's going to be a while before Avatar 2 drops on there. We'll see what happens.
I guarantee you they make a lot of that up here in the next couple of weeks when Mandalorian season 3 comes out. We're going to have Secret Wars coming out soon.
That's the one I keep forgetting about.
What else is coming out? There's a couple series that are coming out to Disney here soon. They'll make that back.
Yeah, no, I know they will. It's just crazy for them to be reporting such a loss. But they did announce a couple other things too.
$5.5 billion. They don't care about them 2.4 million subscribers.
No, I honestly don't think they do care about the 2.4 million subscribers. I think that's a drop in the bucket for them. But they just announced a couple of different things. The Avatar experience coming to Disneyland out in California. So if you're out there, go check it out. I don't know if I want to do that. So what you do in the Avatar experience is you can only go to the Avatar experience if you have a twin who's a scientist, but he has to die tragically. Then Disney will then send you exclusive passes to come check out the Avatar experience because your same genetic makeup is the same as your twins. They then create an avatar body for you to go to Disney. You don't go there yourself. They send the pod to your home. You plug into your Na'vi counterpart and you load into the Disney Avatar experience.
You have to be a paraplegic as well.
And that's 100% a fact. Yeah. Yep. That's it, guys. So there's only going to be a few people that can go to the Avatar experience, but we're not all uniquely blessed to have dead twin brothers or sisters.
It's funny that you're saying that because there is an entire demographic of severely obese people where if you told them, hey, you can go to Disneyland and you don't even have to get off the couch, they would all sign up for it.
Wow.
I'd probably do it just because I don't like crowds.
That's how I would go to the movies, baby.
Yeah, no,
I would get in that Avatar.
I don't.
Ryan,
Disney World or Disneyland as a point either.
Yeah,
like wait an hour and a half in the line or 4 hours, whatever it is, to ride a.
I do want to do that Star Wars experience at Disneyland though.
Oh, for sure.
That
sounds like a full scale Millennium Falcon. Come on.
What's the one thing if you had an avatar body that could go do something for you? What was the one thing you'd send your avatar to do?
The DMV.
I was literally going to say the same thing.
You're there, what, once every 4 years?
That's enough, man.
I have to go here in a couple weeks to get my motorcycle license.
The Avatar here, the DMV here is like your appointment only. You're in and out in 2 minutes.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, that's pretty good now too. But
yeah,
as a whole,
even still. I'm saying if I had, go to work.
I say, yeah, he's going to work.
Avatar can go to work for me.
Yeah, you can.
It's actually not bad, but I enjoy what I do, so I don't know if I would do that.
If I was doing this, I would say the same thing.
Could my avatar body work out for me and I would lose weight?
That's what's up.
Because that's then, yeah, he's doing Taibo 8 hours a day.
He's back.
It's back.
He's right there. He's right there. Hey, calm yourselves. About to witness a murder. God! got him, boys. We got him.
Oh, pops down. A pops down.
Bam. He's dead. That mosquito. Amazing grace. How sweet. I'm sorry, guys. I know that was not something you were ready to see on the altar. I'm okay. But he's dead.
3658. It's the murder.
3658 is a murder.
I saved your life.
I appreciate it. He was coming back to run me out. He's trying to fly off on my ass again.
We got him. Disney sequels being announced. Not that mosquito. Disney announces Toy Story 5. Good God Almighty!
See, this is why they fired 7,000 people, because they didn't have good ideas.
We're gonna do a brainstorming session. Everybody get in here. Bring your best ideas. We're gonna go to movies and Toy Story.
Hold on, I got it. Hold on, I got it.
Go ahead. Rhino has the floor.
Zootopia 3.
God damn it! Okay, we're gonna go with it, but next one's gotta be 100% completely original. I got it. Okay, all right, you got the floor. This one's gonna blow our minds. I can tell. Teddy has good ideas. Toy Story 5. Fuck! Somebody call Tim Allen, baby.
Wow.
Speaking of actors that literally only have one thing going for them, it would be him.
Tim Allen. He's playing the Santa Claus on
let's
Disney.
talk about Santa Claus like that.
Yeah. He had the Santa Claus series that I didn't watch.
Oh, Jesus.
And then we've got Frozen number 3. Why not? I mean, Toy Story 5, Zootopia 2, and Frozen 3.
There's a market there for them because kids eat that shit up like candy. So there is a market there for it.
Trust me, I've seen Encanto 5,000 times. I know.
I apologize for telling your wife about that, by the way, because that's what my kid was addicted to.
No, we love it. I know every word to that movie now. I know the expanded universe too. Dolores can hear this whole podcast a mile away.
You better not fucking talk about Bruno, though. I swear to God.
If Bruno comes up one more time, yeah, no, that's it's not happening. Brendan Fraser though is looking to come back to the Mummy series. He said be open to it with Michelle Yeoh for Mummy 4, or is this Mummy 73?
Technically, I think it's like the fifth or sixth.
Yeah. What? I'm okay. Okay. So everybody has been on Brendan Fraser lately. Oh, his performance in The Whale was just so breathtaking, where he plays an obese writer trying to connect with his daughter. Okay. All right. So now everybody wants Brendan Fraser to be in everything, and he's so brave. I don't get it. I don't get it.
It's like canceled for the longest time.
When I don't exercise and sit around and throw Cheetos at my kids, nobody cares. But when Brendan does it in a movie, he's brave.
I like Brendan Fraser.
I do too. I
want to see him. I want to see him back as the Mummy guy, whatever the fuck his name was. I can't remember.
Doing sit-ups last year, then.
Yeah.
He's not in O'Connell shape.
Yeah, no,
that's right, O'Connell.
Yeah, Rick O'Connell. But speaking of people who are reprising roles that are in shape, Vincent Dicel is coming back as Riddick in a 4th installation.
This one I do not give a rat's ass about.
We had Chronicles of we had Pitch Black, Chronicles of Riddick, and what was the third one that had Batista in it? Where the 2 different sets of mercs were coming to capture Riddick and kill him.
To be honest with you, I didn't even know that movie existed.
That's a thing, and Batista is in it.
Well, we can Google it.
Oh, whoa, hold on. Did we just get an opportunity?
Third Riddick
I hope
movie.
You're Googling this right now, Ryan.
It was literally just called Riddick.
Yeah, I was going to say there's Riddick.
There you go.
And it was literally just called Riddick.
It was not that great, in my humblest of opinions. I've seen 2/3 of it, wanting to have finished it each time, and I get to the same part where I'm like, okay, I've had enough.
Wait, so you saw 2/3 of it twice, or you literally saw 2/3 of it, like 1/3 each time?
No, 2/3 of it twice. I've got
right.
through 2/3 of it 2 times, and both times I've given up on it. I just like, it's gonna get better. Just stick around, and my brain's like, no, turn it off. It's just more of the same, man. Like, I don't know. I feel like a hypocrite though, to an extent, because here I am, like, yeah, I'd love to see Ant-Man 4, but this one is like Riddick 4. I'm like, are these stories worth continuing? Like,
speaking of Vin Diesel, did you guys see
that? But go ahead.
I like the Chronicles Riddick.
Did you guys see the trailer for Fast X?
I did.
Yes.
I did.
Oh
Fast
my
10.
God, dude. Is that movie even about cars anymore? They're superheroes now.
They absolutely
What do you mean
race
superheroes?
at the end.
Like, look at some of the shit that they're doing in these movies.
For sure. Vin Diesel going, you should have took my car.
Yeah.
Oh.
It all started with a bunch of Honda Civics.
Yeah.
And then we got Ludacris, and then somewhere it's like
racing in space.
And actually, that wasn't until like the fifth one where it got out of hand.
One thing that is compelling to me about this is seeing Jason Momoa as a villain. I'm down for that. I think he would play an excellent villain.
I hate how they insert villain here.
Yeah.
He goes from 5. Like, come on, bro. Like, way back then? Okay.
Insert villain who is somehow stayed under the radar this whole time and not been involved in the escapades that have taken place all over the world.
Yeah.
Well, not only that, but every villain they insert, the next movie that comes out, they're good guys. Jason Statham was a villain. Now he's a good guy. John Cena was a villain. Now he's a good guy.
Yeah, Charlize Theron.
You're gonna run out of villains.
Is she still a bad guy?
Yeah.
Good for you, Charlize.
I love Charlize.
I do too. I think she's great. She's a national treasure. So to round out the show, let's get into gaming, shall we? Let's talk about a little gaming news. Nintendo is giving all of their Japanese employees, well, they get employees all over the world, but giving their employees raises despite the fact that there is a downtrend currently in their profits. Thoughts?
Hey, if it works, I mean, if they believe it's going to increase productivity, and it is their Japanese section of employees that's getting the raise.
So I wonder why that is. I wonder why that is.
I'm not quite sure how you can give one region of employees a raise and not, because there's obviously American Nintendo offices.
No, I know. Is it like a cost of living thing, like comparatively to what their United States counterparts make?
I don't know, but go ahead.
Honestly, I think the one in Japan is where they do most of the video game making too. The Nintendo that's here is just like other stuff that has to do with other things. I don't think they actually develop games here.
I think it's a great thing. I think it's a great thing. I'd love to see them betting on their people. I think that's a good trend. Good for you. Domo arigato, Nintendo. Speaking of Nintendo, The Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom game is coming out at $70, and I bet you they could sell it for $100 and still make bank. Yeah. Breath of the Wild. I'll defer to Mr. Ryan on Breath of the Wild. Would you care to give us your thoughts?
Honestly, I mean, 70. I mean, it's the norm for a video game system right now. It is what it is, but
it's been for Nintendo. It's been 50 or 60.
Yeah, I want to say it's been 59, maybe. But as long as I feel like that game is complete and it's not like here's $70 and then now you got to go spend another 20 on some DLC that should have been in the game in the first place, I'm fine with it.
Well, to me, Nintendo hasn't had that issue. Nintendo drops complete games.
Oh, that's not entirely true because Pokemon was very unplayable.
I don't know about unplayable, but it did have some bugs in it.
And it took a couple of updates to get that going.
And that's crazy because that normally never happens to Nintendo.
Yeah, right. So, I mean, that's what I'm saying. If we're looking at the overall for a company, Nintendo is not known for that like PlayStation or Xbox are known for dropping games that are, well, people that release games on their platforms are known for dropping games that are incomplete or buggy.
Yeah.
So
I've never played a Zelda game in my life, so I don't know really what to think about that. I probably won't play this game. But I mean,
if you play this game, if it's ready to no life it, that's the kind of game that it is. You know what I mean?
Like Ryan said, if it came out as a complete package and you don't have to worry about updates and fixing it and getting DLC and stuff like that, then cool. I'd pay $70 for it.
I'll tell you, there's zero chance of that happening. Zero chance.
You're probably right.
DLC for this game.
Oh no, I mean I expect DLC, but I mean I just don't want it to feel like they cut something and made that the DLC.
Gotcha.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
For $70, I'm here for it. You know what I mean? If it plays just like the other Breath of the Wild, or I can pick up which is what I would hope, but I know I'm not going to get that. I'm going to have to start all over again. But if it's Breath of the Wild,
do you expect to pick it up as Link with all your stuff?
Let's go. Continue it on.
There's no way that happens.
I mean, if you're going back to the same place, why not?
I guess you're right. And when you're right, you're right.
And that's one of the things that kind of drives me nuts about this. Like, one of the biggest disappointing things from the end of the Breath of the Wild is that the world doesn't change at all after you beat it. So to play this and then just, here's the same thing in the same spot again, it may be a pass for me, honestly.
Yeah. So speaking of games that have just recently come out, the last thing that I want to talk about today is Hogwarts Legacy. This game had a couple delays. It was kind of wonky. People have said that if you play it, you're transphobic. Yeah. It's all kinds of nonsense surrounding this game.
J.K. Rowling has nothing to do with the game.
Right. I mean, it's her world that she created. And if you're going to be upset about that and allowed to upset you, then okay, to each your own. I, however, have picked up the game. And I have to say, it is one of the best games I've played in a long time.
Yeah, it's good.
Very nostalgic, obviously, if you're a Harry Potter fan, but you don't have to be a Harry Potter fan to like it. The exploration in this game is so crazy. They just kind of give you the grounds when the game starts. You can go where you want and do what you want. It's fun. There are puzzles throughout there. You can get sorted into a house, or you can, if you're part of it's a previous Hogwarts game that came out, and you can link an account and it puts you in your house with your wand and all that other stuff. Or you can do what I did, because I don't have any of that, and get sorted and then go create your own wand and then walk around all these places, learn these crazy spells. The story is compelling. The exploration, which to me is a big deal with open worlds, like open worlds typically can suck because they're way too big, and it just becomes overwhelming at a certain time.
I was just about to say, me and you were about to have beef here because you said you didn't like Breath of the Wild because of that very reason.
Yeah. Now this one does not have that aspect to it. It is a big world, but I don't feel it's on the same scale as Breath of the Wild.
Fair.
Not to mention, you also, at a certain point, get a broom, and fast traveling is a big thing for this one too.
Yeah. They made it a big deal about that.
So, to me, the gearing is kind of like if you've ever played Destiny. I mean, it's obviously there's green, blue, orange, purple, all that stuff. So obviously, the different colors is the different, what's the word I'm looking for?
Tiers,
yeah, levels, yeah.
And the beautiful thing is you can make it look however you want and still wear the same shit.
Transmorph.
You can transmorph then. You make it look how you want to look. If you've picked it up in the game and you're wearing your school or house cloak or whatever, and you pick up something that's so much better, but you look like a trash bag, you could make it look like your robes and still be wearing the same thing.
What's your wizard name?
Oh, I named my wizard after a character in my D&D campaign.
Oh.
So his name is Balagos, who's the big bad guy in my my D&D campaign.
Mine is Harry Dringus.
Oh, God. Oh, Harry Dringus.
Harry Dringus.
So much. I love that. What house did Harry Dringus end up in?
I have yet to get to the house part. I only did the opening mission, but
so what I did was I picked it and allowed the hat to pick the house for me. So you ask like 3 different questions, and then it sorts you, or you could pick whatever house you want.
So you're Hufflepuff.
I'm not Hufflepuff, actually.
Are you Slytherin?
Want to give it a guess?
Did you end up a Slytherin?
I ended up in Slytherin.
Nice.
That's the house you want for the dark wizard stuff.
Yeah, you could be a dark wizard no matter what in this game. Kind of sick. I mean, the exploration and everything in Hogwarts alone is amazing. But like, I don't know. Like, I was walking along to a mission, and there's this lady like, if you can go dive in the lake for XYZ thing for me. I'm like, I'm not diving in a fucking lake. And my guy's like, yeah, we're not diving in the lake. That's stupid. And then I looked out there, and there's like 4 different things that you can grab. I was like, oh shit, you can literally just dive in the lake and go get what you want. And you can. And there's missions out there in the lake that are not like, in order to go through here, you have to have 85 different things in order to get through it. No, you can jump in, and if you use your wits and get around, you'll get what you need. It's sick.
Oh, well, I'll be checking that out this evening.
Yeah, same here. I will definitely be jumping on some Hogwarts Legacy this eve. I cannot recommend it enough. It's so cool, especially if you are a Harry Potter fan, because, you know, I read all the books. I enjoyed them very much. I saw the movies. They were okay. And then this game coming out and seeing all the stuff that they nod to and all the things that you're able to collect, it's not as daunting as other games. Like, it's kind of got you on a linear path, right? Like, there's one that's the most recent one that I saw is there's a little girl. She asks you to help her find 6 objects. Like in other games, it's like, okay, you need to go out in this vast world and hope that you see it or look for a strategy guide. And in this one, it's like, here's the general area where it is.
Okay, that I like.
So I don't feel like I'm wasting my time, or I need to go to YouTube every time I run into a puzzle. It's like,
that was my only complaint with God of War, is that a lot of those missions, there is nothing that indicates where you're supposed to go or what you're trying to do.
Right.
So I out of the 40 hours I put into that game so far, I think 13 of them have been spent on my phone looking at maps and looking at videos and stuff like that. Like, I'm not kidding, man.
Another good thing about it too is, like, I had a mission that I was not working on yet, and your character gives you a verbal cue when you're in the area. Like, oh, I remember so-and-so saying XYZ, and I was like, oh shit, one of those is right here. Let me switch over. And sure enough, there it was.
Nice. Yeah, I'll be firing that up.
To go to all the different areas and the houses and the magic that you learn. Now listen, my little wizard guy is extraordinarily violent. For him being a 5th year at Hogwarts, going into Slytherin and going to have a great year. I hope he passes his owls, and then he can go off and be whatever the fuck gobbledygook out in the world. He runs into some dark wizard poachers. I have done some things to those people that no 17 or 18-year-old should be doing.
No, thank you.
I'm talking setting them ablaze and then jettisoning them off the map.
Yes.
While my little wizard just sits there and goes, Accio, levitate. Da, da, da. I'm like, oh God, my guy is a monster.
Yep. I'll be firing that up this eve.
Yeah, very good. Very good.
I was disappointed to find out that it wasn't like an MMO.
That is one thing that I think eventually could have kind of an Elden Ring-esque moment to it, where either they'll let you go to a dueling court where you can load up and duel other people, or you can go co-op the Hogwarts world. What's wrong with that? That would be dope.
Yeah. I was a little disappointed after spending $70 that it wasn't co-op, but that's okay.
See, I would play it if it was with you guys. Like, me and the wife, we were almost hyped. We're like, oh, we can go play with Jack and them, and
that would be amazing. That'd be amazing.
Like, let's go.
Yeah.
Then I read it's only single player, and I'm like, I'm out.
I'm still very much in. I've loved this game hardcore. It's a very good, relaxing game that still has good narrative qualities, great exploration, and to be honest, like, the boys sitting around with me, they hey, Dad, fire up Hogwarts, and they're like, can you go over here? Can you jump on the broom? Can you do this? And we've had so much fun playing that game.
That's pretty cool.
So yeah, that's all I'm gonna say. Hogwarts Legacy. It set some records, which is the thing I was going to talk about. We'll talk about it as we leave because we're running out of time. It set the single player viewership with 1.28 million viewers on Twitch for a single player. Like Call of Duty, they've had some people with like 5 million people on. Or I don't know what the record is, but 1.28 was the record, and there were 500,000 people currently playing Hogwarts Legacy on Steam. So if you have a PC, go get on Steam and play some Hogwarts Legacy.
So a bunch of people playing it. One of my buddies I didn't expect, he posted something.
Yeah?
He said, He had his guy dreads hanging. Wish a Muggle would.
Oh, that's funny. What a funny transphobe.
Probably not. He could be.
Oh, God. All right, y'all. That's going to do it for us here at the Alter Ego Podcast. Thank you so much for checking out episode 136. We will see you guys next week. And Rhino and I have another Versus coming up very, very soon. So check it out.
Somebody, what is it?
Whenever you're ready. Maybe we'll get one in here for Ryan, too.
I'm about that life.
See y'all around the way.
See you.
No bullshit.
Yeah, we never did the Ford Supply, did we?
Ford Supply? I hear they have I hear they have scents like tropical, teakwood, citrus, IPA, blood penny, spurt, whatever you want to call it.
Butt nickel.
Butt nickel. See ya.